Assalamualaikum and a very good day to our lecturer, Mr. Muhammad Haris. Today's presentation will be presented by four presenters who are Christina Chelengga anak Jantai, Dayang Nursyafiqah binti Abg Muas, Dayang Haziqah binti Awang Sabu, and myself, Hani Fatihah Yuliasari binti Yusop. As you can see here, there are 8 topics to be covered in today's presentation. The non-profit organization that we have chosen is Women's Aid Organization, or known as WAO. Women's Aid Organization was established in 1979 by the first Malaysia's Minister of Commerce and Industry, Tan Siew Sin. It was established with a 30,000 ringgit cash award to create a refugee for battered women and children. The vision of this organization is for violence against women to be eliminated. Meanwhile, its 3 mission statements are to promote and create respect, protection, and fulfillment of equal rights for women, to work towards eliminating discrimination against women, and to bring equality of women and men. WAO's objective is to provide protection, shelter, and therapy to women and children who are the victim of mental, physical, or sexual violence. In addition, this organization works with governmental agencies and non-governmental organizations to eliminate conditions that contribute to women's subordination through legislation, policy, and organized reforms. The collaboration with those organizations aims to increase awareness of the problem against violence against women and the underlying injustices they confront on a daily basis. Women's Aid Organization offers several services to few groups of people. One of their target customers is battered women and children. It is to educate women and children about domestic violence and the issue that arises as a result of it. Next is children of former WAO's residents who are returning to work and starting their lives. WAO provides the children childcare center for their children to receive care as well as education and leisure activities. And lastly, governmental agencies, frontliners such as police officers, social welfare officers, and healthcare professionals. The collaboration with these groups of people is to train them to respond to domestic violence.
The organization's main objective was to provide free and confidential services in terms of their protection, shelter, and counseling to the women who have been experiencing abusive marriage, sexual abuse, mental, physical abuse, and others. The services provided by the organization includes a hotline services, that is WAO hotline, which operates for 24 hours, and TINA, which means writing I need aid, in order for them to make an appointment for the in-person consultation, following access for another services that they provided, for instance, such as shelter or social work. Next is the WAO refuge works as the protection shelter for the women and children. Also, at the same time, they helps to educate the women about the domestic violence, about the family, children, which are certain with the issue itself. The organizations also have social workers as the advocacy for the women and children who will help in seeking justice. Also in terms for the access from the services. Lastly, they also provide children care center for the previous resident who need to work to or starting their new lives.
We have managed to identify 2 strategies that Women's Aid Organization are currently using. The first one is market penetration, and the second one is related diversification. So market penetration is defined as an effort to seek to increase market share for present products or services in present markets through greater marketing efforts. So Women's Aid Organization have initiated the effort to provide communities training in order to raise awareness among the people about the importance of identifying and responding to gender-based violence. Besides that, women's aid organizations also actively engage in public awareness campaigns. In September last year, they actually participate in pameran impact COVID terhadap kebebasan bersuara. Ms. Ida Mazlan, their marketing communications officer and happened to be an artist, represented women's aid organization in the art exhibition, showcasing her artworks which depicted the realities that women face due to gender stereotypes and societal expectations of being a superwoman and placing needs of others before their own. Other than that, Women's Aid Organization is consistent in their engagement through social media and public service announcement. They actually addressed that the mugshot challenge was harmful and massively problematic via a public service announcement. I'm sure a lot of us know about this challenge that went viral last year. So the public service announcement had sparked further discussions on the issue both in traditional media and on social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The second strategy is related diversification, whereby value chains possess competitively valuable cross-business strategic fits. In other words, related diversification occurs when firm moves into a new industry that has important similarities with the firm's existing industry. This strategy allows organizations to add new and related products that significantly enhance the sales of the current products. Women's aid organizations have initiated the Economic Resilience Program, especially for gender-based violence survivors. Women's Aid Organization has planned for a series of programs, including upskilling women in financial management, knowledge, and abilities. One of the efforts under the Economic Resilience Program is the Stitching Forward Program. It is a sewing skill program that provides a platform for the survivors to acquire the necessary skills as a possible entrepreneurship opportunity. This program is supported by the High Commission of Canada in Malaysia, and the second phase is done in partnership with Uniqlo Malaysia. The women who participate have managed to produce customized handmade cloth face masks and mask extender products.
The tools that have been conducted by the organization is the SWOT Analysis. The strength of the organization is that they are one of the trusted organizations in Malaysia that cling towards their vision and mission, which receives support from the Ministry of Women, Family and Community. The MWFC helped the organization in terms of allocating funds for the organization. The duties of the Women's Aid Organization also become one of their strengths, which they continue to modifying and enhancing the Domestic Violence Act in order to give the survivors fair services towards the domestic violence, where this group can do their work with fields of advocacy or public education. Every organization have their own weaknesses, same as the Women's Aid Organization, which is the organization also face problems with some issues such as lack of fund, where the need to cancel the agreement due to global recession from the outsourced donation support. The organizations also only have a main branch, which are located in Petaning Jaya as one of their weaknesses, because the other part of the country might have issues to reach them or might not know about the existence of the organization. The opportunities of the organization is most of the survivors will feel comfortable and close to the organization, since they have been helping them by providing an excellent services which meets all the survivors' needs. For example, the organization also provides the counseling session with the survivor, shelter, social work, and education for their children. Other than that, the organization also using the power of social media, where they organize many campaigns which related to the domestic violence in order to raise the awareness among people. For instance, the organization currently have a partnership with student influencer artists, which give the opportunities for them to be seen, especially in Malaysia. Last but not least, the threats of the organization is when the number of the residents of the women's refuge keep increasing, which might makes the other victims avoid to come to the organization, since they might feel there is no privacy for them. The organization also might not get enough support in terms of financial, especially, which will make the volunteer will avoid to join the organization. This will indirectly will affect the organization, also the women and their children as well.
The first strategy that we propose for women's aid organization is cost leadership best value strategy. So best value strategy is defined as offering products or services to a wide range of customers at the best price value available on the market. Best price value means a product that is economical, with good quality and durable. It is mentioned in the Women's Aid Organization 2020 annual report that the organization are anticipating to start a sewing hub to establish the Stitching Forward program. Therefore, this strategy is perfect for the program, as handmade products made by the participants are gaining more trust and attention from the consumers that they are currently serving. By offering this type of products, they can gain more trust and attention from the consumers. The second strategy that we propose for Women's Aid Organization is differentiation strategy. Differentiation strategy is important to gain loyalty from the consumers by providing a product that is authentic and unique than other products available in the market. As Women's Aid Organization is considered as a large organization that have the capabilities to conduct a study or research on the general consumers as to what are their needs and preferences are like in a particular product. Therefore, it is best for them to use this strategy for the Stitching Forward program in the future to gain competitive advantage in the market. Therefore, the top management working for this program need to consistently encourage and challenge the participants' creativity level, as it will lead to new opportunities such as upskilling, personal empowerment, as well as unique and refined products.
Two critical implementation factors for consideration. Number 1, high cost. With more cash on hand, WAO can spend a bigger percentage of its resources to product development, advertising, and pay, allowing them to hire the top people in the sector. Number 2, customer disappointment. This is a particularly serious issue for reasonably priced goods, such as clothing wear, face masks, and other stuffs that breaks down after being advertised as being more robust than the competition. Control tools to be used. WAO's #SafeCommunity campaign. It gave them the opportunity to work more strategically with the private sector to include awareness seminars, crisis response training, and volunteer activities. That is all from us. Thank you and stay safe.